Okay, so part three. I think I'm gonna do these in three parts: offense, defense, and then the last one I'm just gonna do the final round of the game, whether it be an offense or defense, just as a little bonus round. Just throw it in there, show how we win the map. Just basically topping it off, so you get to really get some closure on how this game ends, and you're not left wondering like, oh, why would he show us losing a round one, or why would he show us losing whatever. So this will just be topping it off and showing you exactly how we win. The in-game adjustments we've made from round one to the final round, if there are any major adjustments that we make, and you'll really get a feel of how we implement a different game plan sometimes, and off of how another team is playing us. Like right here, instead of hitting A, because they've been hitting A quite regularly, and they'll only send a handful to B now. So instead, it was instead of hitting A and doing that, it was 5 hit through B. Just create some chaos on that side of the map, and basically throw them into a loop. Don't let them get a beat on what we're doing, and keep them on their toes at all times. Just make them uncomfortable. So you'll see us hit this out, and then work our way to their side of the map. They only sent one guy. They had one guy there. I mean, it's traded out instantly, and now we're essentially at an advantage on the map because we've already snuck up to their side. We're in their spawn. We can pretty much play this unorthodox, and we can thrive in that. We have enough players with enough gun skill to really punish a team for any mistakes they might make, and we don't have to play super structured all the time. But I mean, we sort of are playing structured because this is just to us is a normal play. I mean, just hit this out. Now there's one off spawn. Now we're catching guys. I get a 2 feet inside of the hill, or right around the hill. J-Dop's getting kills inside the hill. Now instead of that, push on A that they might have prepared for themselves, on their own. Now it's more so we're dictating it, and they might have wasted stuff going to A, and just threw a monkey wrench into it. Sorry, theater mode messes up sometimes when I want to pause and I have to hit start first, but you see J-Dop was making this play to help, but two of the people that were in between him and B died. So he's either left A to try and hunt those kills down, or B, get up to B and get to whoever that is at B as quickly as possible to just basically reinforce that person, so if he does get flooded, he has somebody else to help him, or he can help this person with a kill. So now, I think that's me. Now I know that there's somebody, or it's J-Rock, sorry. So now J-Rock knew that there was a guy there, so he got that kill on him because of J-Dot pushing up, so it worked out. I mean, his quick thinking of realizing he had no help, he was in mid-map, I mean, that's not a place you really want to be with no help, and he was just like, run to the nearest teammate, and let's just stack bodies, and hopefully get a trade. And now J-Rock's got more info. He got a guy out. He's working towards their side of the map to keep them guessing on where they're at. Like I said in, I think it was round one, where you just want to keep the other team guessing. You want to make them, like, whenever they come off spawn, hesitate a little bit. Not be free to just run towards mid-map, run towards our side. Like, make them kind of uneasy when they get off spawn. Like, is somebody here? Is he playing a corner? Is he going to take it up? Whatever the gunfight may be, but they know you're there, so they're not just running past that. Now he can come off spawn and just immediately hit mid. Just instantly help me in A. And guess what? Now, round one, what did I say our game plan was? Hit A. So in a weird way, it's what we're doing now. We got numbers in our favor. We are up 3 lives. And now we're right back to where we wanted to be in round one, but we took sort of a, instead of a straight path to it, we took sort of a windy road to get here. But now we've cleared them out of the map. They're completely discombobulated. They don't know whether we're hitting B, whether we're hitting A, whether we're hitting flanks, whether we're hitting mid. They just know we've been all over the place. But in our minds, it was thriving in that chaos. And now we're inside of A, and I'm watching the doorway. I told Jade, I'm like, just get mid. I was like, just get this, and we'll figure it out. It gets sort of messed up when that guy with the war machine starts spamming that, but we both get out. We get out with our lives, which is important, because now he's not building towards streaks with that war machine. We still have full map presence. Like, all of us are still right in this little pocket of the map. And we know where all three of them are at, or that are attacking us. They're all just inside of A. And J-Dop, heads up play, instead of following me back out towards our side, he goes out towards their side, which allows him to do a bit of a pinch on their guys in the middle. Now he can go through grave, he can go over this jump wall, and attack these guys that were trying to get us out of A. And once we clear that out, I mean, it's just, there's not really much they can do. Yeah, so he goes through grave, he's now behind all of these guys. Gets one, which is big. If he gets two there, it's huge, but even if he doesn't, I mean, it's no big deal. Like, he did his part. He got the pressure out, and now we're back into A, and there's just nothing they can do. Like, they just... Look, we're already on the third node, we're about to cap it. He's getting kills in mid-map, and when he's supposed to, that's his job, is to hold mid. Now, push through. Those guys that were attacking A from the front, he can either went left and reflanked them, which is probably what I would have done, the simpler play, but he chose to go right and go straight to B, because, I mean, it probably makes more sense to do what he did, not looking back at it, because when you look at the mini-map, we have two players, I think it's myself and Jim, pushed up on Fountain side towards the right, towards B, and we're just trying to go. Like, we're just trying to, while we're putting this pressure on, and we just capped A, we knew they had numbers at, while we just capped A, we knew they still had guys over there, and they weren't fully stacked up on B yet to play heavy defense on B. So if we could get in quick, plus we've already made progress with a one node capped on B, if we can get in there and body stack it, we can get a second node in an instant. I mean, a couple seconds, and we can get the second node on B. And now we're playing a battle of winning the objective and getting both nodes capped and winning the lives. So we've opened up the whole left side of the map, because now there's no indicator from when we're going through there, you know, to say that we're trying to sneak through, which I do use later on in the game when the lives are, when they run out of lives. That guy that I had mentioned before that was just camping over there with an LMG, I end up sniffing him out and killing him, and now it's just, at that point, it's all she wrote. I mean, once we get
Commencing system intrusion.
Once we get to here, where J-Dop's sneaking around the front, and I'm helping, or he snuck around the back, I'm helping around the front, and we're just dwindling them. That was kind of unfortunate. But see, okay, perfect example. They cleared us out. Now you saw, our arrows were all stacked up together. We were all right where J-Dop was when he spawned up. But what do those two arrows do on the left? Instead of just going straight towards B, we veer off, and we're like, look, we have a full map to take advantage of. We have everything opened up on the map. We know they're going to be just hard inside of B, just trying to catch us coming through the front quick. We lost two of our lives that we had an advantage on. It was 18-14. Now it's 16-14. Play it slower. You know, work with what you have mid-game. Like, understand that the time's not an issue. We have minute 30, essentially, to cap this point. Lives aren't an issue. We're up 2 in lives. Just keep making this team have to guess. So now it's about just going around, refiguring everything out, play around with what you have, and don't force any engagements that you don't have to. Don't rush into things that you don't have an advantage on rushing in at. Like J-Dop. 2-piece with his war machine. Opens up the front. That's 4 dead. 16-14 and now 16-10. That's 4 dead. Now it's about just... We should have recognized it sooner, but once we got that, everybody... You see how everybody's arrows just immediately went from going towards the left and facing that way to now everybody's arrows instantly turn towards the B objective. Just get there. However you got to get there, figure out where that last guy's out. Either kill him, avoid him, whatever you got to do. Just get inside this site now, at least 2 people, and just play around it. And we'll see probably 2 or 3 go in here. You saw that everybody just is ready to pounce. We should have done a better job getting the kills, but now here we go. 3 dead. And we're just applying pressure, just dwindling those lives down. Now, it went from 16 to 10 to 12 to 6. So, I mean, it's just 6 for 6, basically, and that's always going to favor us because we're up, or what, 4 for, so whatever it was. But it's always going to favor us no matter how we're playing it because we're already up in lives. And now this is to the point where every life matters. We kill one more, get them to where they don't spawn back up anymore. Now it's just about it's playing search and destroy, but you have twice as many men as the other team. It's almost impossible to lose. If you just don't throw your lives away, it's almost impossible to lose. Look how none of us are playing hyper aggressive towards B. We're not trying to force our way in. Now it's just get picks. Every single kill you get is one less person they have on the map and for the rest of the game. Like that person cannot come back. Whereas if we die, we have 4 more lives to spare before we have that problem. So I mean, just make sure you trade, stay together, play sneaky, play whatever you have to do. When you get them down to where they don't have lives respawning, it's S&D. Just play it like a search and destroy where you're just trying to play for those kills, because every kill is precious. And we should have done a better job. I should have just stayed watching left, but that guy, again, that's what I was telling you, that guy just camped a corner over there and just was waiting for somebody to make that play. But where he messed up was he didn't really reposition himself after that. He just tried to stay right there. So whenever I spawned back up, I was like, I'm killing this guy. I'm going over there. I'm going to hunt him down, and I'm killing that guy. And he didn't play for it. He didn't help himself out and play his life better. He just slightly repositioned himself, and I got him and killed him. And now, it's a wrap. So they know. One big thing was if you saw right there, the node was red, like inside. You know the little arrows that indicate that's the actual hill. If it's red, that means an enemy's in there. If it's like white, that means there's no enemy. It's open. If you go in there, you'll start capping it. If it's red and you walk in, you're gonna get a contested sign. So that always means there's an enemy in. And if there's only 3 people up, and you see a red dot on the far left end of the map, and there's a red indicator in the actual hill itself, well, that's 2 of the 3 people that you know exactly where they're at. We're still not even at the point where we're losing lives. Like, everyone can still spawn up where we're at. Just play each gunfight confident and know the numbers. In your head, count it out like, oh, 1 over there, 1 in here. There's only 1 guy, potentially, that you're even looking for that you don't have accounted for. So play around that knowledge, play around that information. Now, I cleaned up the 1 guy on the left. 1 guy's inside B. There's only 2 people. I mean, that's easy. Easy win for us right here. Shoot them. Doesn't over-challenge. Just gets them weak. Understand that all you gotta do now is just get inside the hill. Make this guy have to come towards you. We end up killing him because he's back fountain. He's just camping back fountain playing his life. He's playing scared. But what's he gonna do? Like, if he's inside the hill right here, he's not gonna be able to kill him. Like, he's not gonna be able to stop him capping the objective. He's not gonna be able to stop him from winning the game. So, and we were down a person too. We won that down a person basically the entire game because the 1 guy we did have on our team was like 0-14 before he lagged out. I mean, he did nothing for us. But as you can see, like, it's just all about playing with that information and making sure you and your team are on the same page. J-Dup does a good job of that in a sense of, I play way too aggressive, Jim plays way too passive, and J-Dup is a healthy mixture of both. Right? Like, I struggle to play, and there's nothing wrong with either one of those play styles that me or Jim have. Like, obviously it worked out for J-Rock on this game. Like, he dominated. It's just sometimes I'll have games where I absolutely go off and I'm playing way too aggressive. But you have times where, you know, you need somebody to fill in that gap, to be the link in between you two and keep everyone basically held together. And in this game was one I struggled on because I just kept running into them pre-aiming head glitches and running into them camping corners. And it's frustrating. They're grouped up. I'm by myself trying to make hero plays because I think I'm way better than they are. And you get, you know, you pay the price for it. And that's just what happens. You get caught out. You don't expect people to be playing it a certain way, and they are, and then they kill you. But J-Dot does a good job of, like, hey, I recognize I need to play fast right here. He plays fast. I recognize I need to maybe, instead of taking this gunfight, just play my life. Wait for some people to come up and help me, and then we can take the gunfight on as a pair or a group, and then that guy has no chance. And it's really, really effective strategy here. And if you do that consistently in Control, you'll win most of your games. It's just really recognizing, like, do I have the lives in favor to just play this like a TDM, play it like a Search and Destroy, where it's really just a kill-based game at that point? Or are you in a position where it's like, well, we can win this with the objective and just stack the point? Everybody, we got them all dead, 5 dead. Just everybody get in, and we'll cap this thing real fast. Especially if you already have 1 tick on the actual control point. Like, if you're already 1 tick down, like we were on B, just flood that sucker. And if they spawned up close, unfortunately they spawned up real close on B when we did that. But ordinarily they spawn towards that back. I mean, they're screwed. Like, you get 3 people in there with other people outside roaming to try and, you know, cut those guys off. Like, that thing's gonna go real quick. And if that would have happened, this would have not ended on kills. It would have definitely ended on just us winning the objective. But either way, they're both effective strategies. They're all, I mean, any way you play this, as long as you're playing together as a cohesive unit and you're making sure you pay attention to your minimap, lives, and time, you'll win this every time.